What? What do you want? No. I'm not making a video today. Get lost. I'm right here. Cozy in my bed. That's all I want. Dude, are you still there? What the hell? I told you. Oh, hello. Where did you get this? How did you get this? Do you know how long I've waited for a copy? Is this a present? Is this for me? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Gods for the Super NES. I know, a lot of you scratch your head right now and say, Gods? Never heard of it before. Is it any good? And the honest answer is, I don't know anymore because I couldn't have been older than 7 when I last played it. I can only remember that I never beat it. I always came to the second level and then I would die for some reason. That's why I rented the game time and time again. I didn't want to live with the shame of not finishing what I started. But somewhere along the years I simply lost track of it and I can't seem to remember why. It's like my mind did let me forget about the game on purpose. But now I have a copy again and this time I'm going to finish the game no matter what. But first things first. Gods is a platforming game created in 1991 by the Bitmap brothers. 3 coders who all dressed like the Fonz in order to send out a rockstar image. Let me tell you something about being cool, okay? You either are cool or you're not cool. Don't pretend to be cool if you're not, because you're come off as a fraud, okay? But back to the game. Gods apparently had one feature that was praised by the press. A rudimentary AI system that would make the game harder or easier based on the gamer's performance. The manual describes Gods as a game of exploration, combat, and adventure. You assume the role of a classical and heavily roided up hero who has taken up the challenge of the gods. You have to liberate a city from a horde of monsters by completing 4 stages, each with their own hellish boss at the end, and if you manage to come out alive, the ultimate prize awaits. You may utter one wish to the gods, and no matter what you wish for, the gods must obey. So the character makes the sensible decision to become a god himself if he survives this ordeal, and thus the game begins. But enough talk for now. Let's get the show on the road, shall we? Now how do I put the cartridge in again? It's been so long. No. Yes, okay, right. Okay. The game itself starts out pretty easy and self-explanatory. Get your first weapon, knife the bipedal lizards, and go up the ladder. True to the adventure part, there are some puzzles in the game. Most of these revolve around pushing or pulling levers until you get the right combination of up or down to progress. Let's see, these spikes here have to go. No. Maybe I should use the lever in the back too? Yeah, that was right. I remember that. You just have to figure that stuff out by brute forcing your way through all combinations because there are no clues given. If you're lucky, you might even find a way to open up a hidden corridor for some extra goodies like more lives and health. And voila! The level is completed. And honestly, I don't see where the challenge is. Now, what's up in the next— whoa. That monster spawned right next to me. There was no warning, I couldn't even react. Okay, maybe that's just on me. After all, whenever a monster shows its face, you get a warning in the form of a sound effect. Knowing this, I proceeded to throw stuff blindly whenever I hear that, and quite frankly, it helps a lot. Aha! Sound effect! I take it all back. The sound effect only helps so much. If you don't know from where exactly the enemies are coming from, you're toast. Especially flying enemies are fast and will get the jump on you. Plus, they're not restricted by walls or any boundaries, so you might even have to wait for the right moment to get them, if you can get them at all, because sometimes they come straight from above and there's no option to throw stuff in the air, which means you get damaged. But at least I can feel safe when the enemies are already on the screen. Apparently I need to go down here, but the monster is blocking the small platform underneath. No problem though, it just goes left and right, so when it's left, I'll jump down and then turn right immediately to avoid the damage. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. How am I supposed to get down there without taking damage? So, obviously, the enemy placement and handling is crap, and you have to die a lot to memorize every position of every enemy. It's cool. I can live with that. I mean, I didn't care about it when I was a kid, but now I do. Now let me get this item here. Wait a second, why can't I pick it up automatically? How do I do it? Attack? Crouch? Do a limbo? I'll walk you through. 1. Position yourself over the item. 2. Crouch. 3. Press the attack button. No, don't stand up now, you'll just lose the item again. See, while crouching, you have to change the inventory slot by pressing the attack button again. That's step 4. And 5. Stand up again. And here's a trick question for you. If you have 4 inventory slots to place your items in, but you always need to switch the slot when picking up another item, and that selected item is then placed on the ground, 3 slots when I should have 4, the inventory system is bullshit. Moving on. But picking up items isn't the only action that expresses some considerable delay. Look at how Roidman throws a weapon. He could do it immediately, but you might notice there is a slight delay between his flexing animation and the actual throw. Changing directions isn't instantaneous either. Your hero first turns to you or to the wall, then in the other direction, and then he walks. Before you actually jump, you have to duck for a split second, and when you land, you first cushion the blow by taking a knee too. Look, I really do get what the developers were going for. Realism, it's simple. Throwing something or ducking, it takes a little bit of time in the real world, and to their credit, these mechanics can work in certain kind of games. But this is not one of those games! Oh, and by the way, in another attempt to make the game feel more real, these madmen programmed falling damage in the game. And this is a godforsaken platformer. Not that I have anything against falling damage, games like Prince of Persia use it as a core mechanic. And likewise, I admit that delay can be used to great effect, like the whip swing in Castlevania. But here's the thing, these games made an effort to validate that the mechanics fit in their game. But right here, oh well, somebody else did that, it was a big success, just slap it in, the more features the better. And this feature overload eventually starts to contradict the gameplay. On the one hand, the game wants me to be quick, use my reflexes, and be agile like a cat.
I'm a cat. I'm a sexy cat.
But then it actively hampers my attempts by delaying or punishing every single action I take. It's also pretty easy to see that the creators tried to work on every feature at once, and some things just fell short and now feel weird and not well thought out. Like the in-game shop, for example. Are you tired of looking at all the rubies and gems you acquired for slaying otherworldly abominations? Don't you have any idea what they're really worth and just want to get rid of the junk? Then try our Hermes 24-hour shop potion, which lies around at the end of each section. Just pick it up and pray 1-800-GODS-ARE-DICKS and we will send the next available merchant right next to your location. Our variety is nearly endless. We have a plethora of ineffective foods that give you just a slight amount of health back. Coincidentally, it's right next to our real health potion, which is way more cost effective, but honestly, why would you ever buy that when you can invest thousands of points in a new weapon, which you will, by the way, desperately need to even stand a chance in the next level. Here, have some shurikens or an axe while we take all these worthless minerals you don't need anyway. Oops, you are already out of money. But if you ever have some more gems, then feel free to drop by again. Just maybe you will have enough to buy an invincibility potion or a screen wipe.
Full disclosure, none of your items work during the boss fight. Activating them here just takes the item away and has no effect. Get wrecked, son. And remember, cheaters have a tiny penis.
You know, the more I play this game now, the more bad things I have to say about it. And quite frankly, I don't want that. So I'm trying now to find something nice to say about this game, okay? The bosses are not too bad. Each and every one has a pattern you can see through and counter pretty easily, so that's something, and it's really, really rewarding. I also have to give credit to one very neat enemy type. Some enemies will try to steal items from you before you get them. They just pick them up and run away, which is a cool idea in and of itself. Some puzzles even require you to use thieves, so they can retrieve an item from an otherwise inaccessible spot. What else? Oh, Some weapons have special properties. For example, the mace can get rid of brittle blocks to create passages and give way to more extras. Sure, nowadays this isn't special. Every weapon has its uses, but let me ask you something. Did you ever hold a weapon that you absolutely need to progress but damages you when you stand close to it? Like this time triggered mine, for example? Well, then you have no business judging this absolute stroke of genius! The weapon system seems to be alright at first, but on closer inspection it's just like the rest of the game. A big mess. I really want to like the variety the weapons bring. I like the mace and its ability to open pathways. I like the spear since it ignores walls and as such is the best weapon in the game to deal with flying enemies. But the fact that I can carry only one of them at a time and can't switch unless I find another weapon lying around is highly irritating. Especially when the game dictates when I have to use which weapon. Here, I just finished level 3, I have a lot of gold and the shop now lets me buy the axe, the most powerful weapon in the game, and of course I'd buy it. But then I start level 4 and find myself in a room I cannot escape from unless I knock the key off a brittle platform, and you know what that means by now. I need the mace, which is conveniently found in that room, and there's no way to keep my axe as soon as I pick that garbage up. Occurrences like that can be found throughout the game. Even the aforementioned time bomb is only used 2 times and that's it. That way the weapon system doesn't feel like a feature, but more like a stupid gimmick the developers wanted to show off at all costs, and in my opinion it backfired pretty hard. And despite all that, I still want to finish this game. Look at this. This is the last boss. I just have to figure out his pattern, defeat him, and then I am done with this game. So let's do it! I think I got it now. Oh shit! No! Ah! Come here, you little bitch, I'm gonna get you! Grr! No, 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 why? I am on my last life again, I got no health left and my sanity starts to slip, but I refuse to give up. The gods won't beat me today. I figured out its pattern and now it's going down. Just a little more. Yes? Come on, just one more hit, one more hit, one more hit. Yes! You have no idea how good that felt right now. Now all I have to do is punch in my name in the high scoreboard and we can all go home. Wait a second. There is no A. Why is there no A to type my name? Yeah, it sucks pretty hard. Hey guys, thank you for watching me lose my shit about a game that is nearly 30 years old and has no relevance whatsoever. Even though it drove me mad playing this game, I had a lot of fun making the review about it, and you can look forward because there's more reviews coming out in the future. And before you ask, yes, I did destroy the game because I hate it really that much. This is what's left, and this little plastic thing here, which you saw. So, if you want to see more of my shenanigans and more reviews, then let me know by the usual YouTube way. Like, comment, most important of all, share this video with your friends. It would help me out so much, and it would help me put food on my table, which is appreciated more than you know. Anyway, as always, I hope you liked what you saw, and of course, I'm looking forward to share the next episode with you. See ya!